What do you reckon will be the plan of campaign? Will Tendulkar go at it as he has been in all the matches, or will he try to play a sheet anchor job today?
Well, just seeing the way he's been playing of late, I think he starts off in a hurry. He's looking for the boundaries. He doesn't mind taking the aerial route. But then after about 8 or 10 overs, he settles down, picks up the ones and twos, tries to work the ball into the gaps, and then goes on to play a long innings. But I think one of the top three will have to get 100 here.
I've been very impressed with the way Ganguly has batted in the last couple of times I've seen him. In fact, if anything, he's managed to keep up with Tendulkar, which is going some.
Well, that's a great compliment for him, and they complement each other extremely well, both these batsmen. He's the left-hander, Tendulkar is the right-hander. And the thing about Ganguly is that he's a lovely timer of the ball, and of late he's been really finding the gaps, and he gets a lot of boundaries.
Big crowd in now. They've all come in after work. The lights are on, and India has a chance to move into the finals of this Coca-Cola Cup. To take you through the first section of play in the second part of the match, Ian Chappell awaits us in the commentary box. Alongside him is Sunu Gavaskar.
Thank you very much, Richie. Ganguly to take strike. It's going to be Damien Fleming, who come from the Sharjah club end. Fleming has been in very good form. He'll be rested. He missed the game against New Zealand. Ganguly with a century against New Zealand, but a single-figure score against Australia. Tendulkar at the non-strikers end. Another great player. He was a great batsman, whether it be Test cricket or one-day internationals. Viv Richards, Sonny, he used to come out a lot of times and he goes smack, bang, crash, wallop, and you'd think in the field we've got a chance of getting this guy out. For the first 20 runs he'd hit the ball in the air and he'd play a lot of shots, and you'd think we've got a chance with this guy, and then suddenly he just settled down, and well, then you knew you didn't have much chance. I'm just wondering, with what Ravi was saying, what sort of approach do you think Sachin will take tonight?
Well, I think Sachin, knowing him, will be looking to get 284. He won't be looking at 254.
Ganguly off the mark immediately. Could be that he's the sheet anchor man, and Sachin will be looking to push it on.
Yes, I think he's a very, very positive thinking cricketer, Sachin Tendulkar. So right now, even in the dressing room, as he must have been putting on his pads, he mustn't have been thinking in terms of getting India to a score of 254. What he would be thinking is, how am I going to get India to a score past 284? And that's a very positive thing. So I think he knows that it's a big score that he's got to get, and therefore he might just start to bang straight away. Now that is where the Australians have a chance, because the ball is moving. We've seen the ball move. Fleming gets the ball to move earlier on, so that is going to be a crucial period.
Yes, it's a reasonable approach, isn't it? Because that's why you play the game. You play the game to win, not to just sneak into the finals through the back door.
Exactly right. I think that's what Sachin Tendulkar has always played for, to win, and win in a positive manner, win in as emphatic a manner as possible. So I think he will be really looking to get his side off to a good start. Whether he's going to use the first few deliveries as sighters and then start hitting, it really depends on what he gets in the first few overs. He'll be quite happy to get his legs moving with quick ones and twos. It's so essential that when you come in after a break of 45 minutes, when you've been in probably air-conditioned dressing rooms, to be able to come out there, and when you come out into this heat, to get those legs moving. The legs can be just a little bit stiff.
The other thing about taking that positive approach and trying to win the game, if India do win the game, obviously they then go into the final, but they go into the final with a bit of a psychological, well, if not a psychological advantage, at least they're psychologically up. Whereas if they get into the final through the back door, that's really not going to do much for their mental state.
That is absolutely right. I think if they get past 284, they will be really on a high. They'll just get the feeling that whatever Australia score then in the finals, will still be able to make it. So it's very important, this game, not only for India just to qualify, but basically to try and get their morale up.
Tendulkar will be annoyed with himself for missing that. A great opportunity for the square cut. Now that one's gone above the shoulder. It was a pretty well-directed bouncer from Fleming. I think he was quite happy to concede the single for the no ball.
Well, when you have a score of 284 backing you, then you don't mind conceding the odd no ball. But at least what it has made is it's made Sachin Tendulkar think twice. He was coming onto the front foot even before the ball had been delivered. Now he'll think twice.
No fine leg. That's away for 4. It's only just going to trickle there. And Michael Kastrovic didn't chase hard. I think he realised it was just going to get there. Umpire's not sure that it has reached. And Kastrovic saying that it pulled up just short. So it's only what they ran. Well, Michael Kastrovic is a very honest cricketer, and he's certainly not going to tell any pork pies to the umpire. So it's what they ran. Well, that's well played. He's got it fine. Away from Fleming. In fact, it's Tom Moody at third man.
Well, that'll ease the pressure considerably, that boundary. Sourav Ganguly just opening the face of the bat and guiding it past the fielder at gully if there had been a fielder there. Very well played. But I did mention Sir Garfield Sobers simply because it's a left-hander who is on strike. But yes, there are so many experts in the crowd.
Oh, that's a good delivery. Not all that short and lifting up into the ribcage area. Ganguly just practices the hook shot.
Yes, I think that caught him by surprise because you don't normally expect a ball coming around your ribs in one-day cricket, and particularly not on a pitch like this. This has been a pretty slow pitch, but this has taken off quite nicely. Awkward height to Sourav Ganguly. He had to fend at it.
Tendulkar sent back.
Well, there wasn't a run in it. Sourav Ganguly very rightly sending Tendulkar back. He sees Damien Martin coming in very quickly, and Tendulkar struggling just a little bit over there.
Oh, that's 6. Oh, that was well struck.
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered as far as India is concerned. It's been pretty quiet going. Something had to give. Tendulkar charging down the pitch to Kastrovic as if he's an off spinner. In fact, Kastrovic did hold the slower delivery, and he's hit it with the spin on the up into the deep mid-wicket stance.
There's another 6. Well, that's got the crowd involved. India 28 without loss.
I saw it, obviously, that Desert Storm match, and when everybody had given up, I think it was an amazing match. And the way Sachin plays and the confidence he has in himself is something fantastic. That's what I like about Sachin. And he doesn't show it out, and he's quite cool about it. And he knows that he can do something, and he does it very coolly.
Well, those two bang-bangs, in the bowler's case, bang-bang, you're dead. Sachin Tendulkar giving him the charge with the first one, Second delivery, Kasevich banging it in short, and that went way back into the crowd. That was adios, that one. Ganguly past mid-off to the boundary. India are getting a move on.
But when he's hitting the ball hard, that's what he should be trying to do, try to hit it through the gap. But even the pressure is showing on Ganguly, because he's normally a very good placer of the ball. This time he's been hitting it straight to the fielders. Not this one. This one he's lofted it wide of the fielder at mid-off. That will make him feel a lot more confident.
Oh, that's a brilliant piece of fielding. That was hit like a rocket. Crowd really enjoying what's going on at the moment. This is exciting cricket.
A good balanced combination, Tendulkar and Ganguly, left hand, right hand. And well, Ganguly does a very good job. Out. That's the last very good job he'll be doing out there this evening. And Damien Fleming has got him. There wouldn't have been much in it coming over the wicket there. Always a question for the umpire whether it is pitched in line with the stumps. And that one must have been right on leg stump.
Yes, no doubt about that. That would have crashed into the leg stump. It pitched on line as well. Ganguly playing across the line there, missing that one altogether. And in the end, finding that he has to walk back to the pavilion. He's out for 17. India lose their first wicket. 38 runs on the board. So interesting move here by the Indians, promoting Nayan Mongia in the order. Comes ahead of the Indian captain, Mohammad Azharuddin. Obviously with strict instructions, which he'll have to carry out there. 95 matches, a career best of 69 against Pakistan, and that was here in Sharjah. He had a useful knock against New Zealand there in that last game, 22. Also opened the batting for India in test matches.
The wicket of Sourav Ganguly. Not much in it there, but it looked as though it pitched just on leg stump. It's so difficult to get an LBW. And Fleming gone past the outside edge a couple of times tonight. Now has had some reward.
And that beats the outside edge again. Well, he finds the gap finally and opens his account with a boundary.
Fleming will be livid with himself for doing that. One right up in the slot there. The one thing Mongia wanted was the chance to get on the front foot. And it's his first scoring stroke, 4 from 7 balls faced.
45 for one India. Got a very good turnout here today for this game. Plenty of support for the Indian team. And he takes the aerial route here, Mongia. This will be his second boundary. That's what he's sent out to do.
Righto. That's what his job was. Now he's up to 9 from 10 balls. Ideally, from his point of view, he'll go on with it, but he's now got himself up level, so that little settling in period wasn't wasted.
Yes, he picked that one up nicely. Yes, he's put this one away. Just straying onto leg stump, and this time Tendulkar got some bat on it.
That's not what Kasparov had in mind. Bowled a couple to Tendulkar in an earlier over that disappeared over the boundary. Magnificent hits for 6.
Oh, lovely shot of the back foot. Tremendous timing and consecutive boundaries for Tendulkar.
That is one of the best shots you'll see in a long time. He has played a purely defensive stroke to a not all that bad delivery. And he's got it away wide of the man at short cover. Nice defensive push.
What must be going through the bowler's mind now? That was hit straight back. That was a catch, but it was a no ball as well. Checking with the umpire how far ahead he had gone from the line.
Yes, it wasn't. Well, it was a no ball, and that might have taken Kasparovic's mind off things. Yep, definite no ball.
And Mongia goes straight over the top of Moody's first delivery. Just one bounce over the ropes.
Completed the job yet, but it's quite a good effort so far. 3 fours in his 15, and he's faced 18 balls.
And he goes again, this time over mid-on. And this time it goes over the rope, so Mongia really doing the job he's been asked to do. Boundary of the first ball, and a 6 of the next one. What a welcome for Tom Moody to the bowling crease.
Well, the first thing Moody will need to do is get the ball up a bit, jag it in at Yorker length. That's a very big hit, beautifully timed. There's no great amount of backswing there.
India needing 285 to win this final minor round game have made a good start. 77 for 1 from 17 overs. Tendulkar is still there on 32. Mongia was sent in at number 3 as the pinch hitter, and he's been quite successful. A real blaster to start with was Sachin Tendulkar. 2 sixes in a row from Michael Kasparowicz's bowling. This was the first of them.
Well, he's given him the charge. He's picked that slower one up, and when it hit the middle, it was certain to go a long way, which it did. This was pretty silly of Kasparovich to pitch it short, because the batsman knows that having hit him for a 6 of the previous delivery, the next one's going to be short. Tendulkar was ready for it. This is a very clean hit. The previous delivery he had hit for a boundary, 1 bounce. This time he cleared the ropes. So Mongia doing the job that he was sent for. The Australian bowling very impressive there. Fleming 18, and he's taken a wicket. Kasparovich went for a few, mainly because of that assault by Sachin Tendulkar. Shane won. Terrific figures there. 5 runs of 3 overs. Tom Modi just about getting into the rhythm of things.
Mongia will be on strike. India is still needing 208 runs to win. They have 33 overs left. Need to get them at 6.3 and over. It's still a heavy task. It's a big ask. Sachin Tendulkar, you always feel, is the key to it. If the Australians can get rid of Tendulkar, and a change could easily come over this game. But India still have Azharuddin, Laxman, Jadeja, Tendulkar, Ravinder, Kumble. Tendulkar frustrating Shane Warne with this little dab around the corner, hard running. After which the fielder down at fine leg, and come back for two.
That's the second time he's played that shot. Sachin Tendulkar picking it up from around the off stump and just dabbing it to deep fine leg.
Harvey's a pretty good fielder. Time he's in the air, and it's wide of the field. That's the sort of thing they need from Mongia, just chipping in with a boundary or two to give support to Tendulkar. That's the 50 partnership between these two. And a very, very useful partnership. It's amazing how often you send out a pinch hitter and it comes unstuck, but Mongia has done a very good job for his team.
Yes, he has. He's been batting quite confidently in this tournament. Not afraid to go for the big shots.
In for the single. Off the over so far. A good over for India. India needs to win it, or at least get very close to Australia to qualify for the final. Another team who will be a little bit nervous tonight will be New Zealand. Their fate is in the hands of these two teams. Shane Warne to continue. Lashing shot, well struck. Tom Moody coming around, can't make it.
Not too often does one see a flat batted cover drive. Just a little bit of width, and that's a flat batted cover drive there by Sachin Tendulkar.
Well, bowling to Sachin Tendulkar is hard in any circumstances, because I think he's the best batsman in the world and probably daylight second. I think he's that good. And I think in the conditions in Sharjah, you know, they do favour batsmen, and it is hard to get somebody like that. When he gets in that mood and when he gets on a roll, the momentum going, the crowd behind him, you know, he's just about...
He's so focused, his concentration is so good. And the best thing about him is that I think in the cricketing world, I've seen the coolest possible head on any shoulders. That's Sachin Tendulkar.
Lower ball, tries the pull shot round the corner, doesn't quite get the timing or placement. Ian Harvey comes around, good running, good cricket.
Well, Shane Warne's not amused at all. He thought that there should have been just one run in it, and because Ian Harvey has not been playing in the game, he hasn't bowled, he thought that Ian Harvey should be fresh and therefore attack the ball. That's the reason Kasparowicz has been removed from that position and brought to short third man.
That's nicely played as well into the gap. He'll be looking for two. Yes, he comes back now. In comes the throw down the other end. This will be close. No, he's home. That's good running. Mongia was out of the traps fast, and he came flying back in response to that Tendulkar call. This is turning out to be a really useful partnership. 66 off 78 balls. Mongia's played a little gem of an inning so far, and Tendulkar is on 49. Tendulkar has made 50. Well played. When it's tough, the tough get going, and it looks today if Tendulkar has set himself to get 100. Yes, he's been helped by Mongia too, because Mongia's taking a few risks, and that means that Tendulkar can play his natural game. In the air, down towards third man, it'll bounce a couple of times to the fieldsman. Mongia touches down, back he comes, in comes the throw, over the bails. Well, it's all happening.
The Australians know if they get a wicket or two now, the Indians will have their backs right to the wall. Have a look at this throw.
Mongia, that delivery bouncing quite high. He deliberately hit it in the air, getting it over point and trying to get it away from the third man and get it to the boundary. He's played very well in this partnership, Mongia.
In the air, that's out. He's hit it straight to mid-wicket. So the partnership have been broken. Mongia actually has done his stuff. He came out there, promoted in the order, was told to get on with it, and he's played a little gem of an innings.
Mongia hitting that one to Mark Waugh. A very casual catch taken by Mark Waugh. He was back on the line, saw it all the way, and then just had a bit of throwing practice. India 107 for 2.
So the Indian captain Mohammad Azharuddin now has arrived at the crease before the start of play. One or two of us mentioned the importance of Mohammad Azharuddin and Tendulkar. If one of them could score 100, then it may well be that India can get up. Well, we've already got Tendulkar out there on 50. Mohammad Azharuddin has just arrived at the crease. Booty's desperate to get going and have a go at him, but he's really taking his time. Little adjustment to the field. They're bringing the man up from the point boundary, the sweeper, and putting a slip in position. So he's off the mark straight away, down to third man.
Just looking at the way Australia maintained momentum through their innings, the first 10 overs brought 58 runs, second 10 58, third 10 57. And then the fourth 10 44 and finished up with 67 in the final 10.
That's well played. Ponting charging in at that one, wasn't able to change direction. And that one went off the meat of the bat, so 2 more.
Timed very well by Azharuddin. Lovely use of the wrists when playing through the onside.
Having a wonderful night at the cricket, cheering India on clearly. And look at that smile. Should be smiling a little more if India get through.
Well, even there, India not able to pick up the second run, although Azharuddin played it into the gap in the outfield, but he hit it very well. And Ian Harvey, very athletic with a strong arm, able to keep them to 1.
Yes, there we are. That's that little bit of impatience now beginning to creep in, a little bit of tension. Haven't really been able to get anything away. Tendulkar charging down the pitch. He's on 56.
He's given Steve Waugh the charge. Waugh banged it in short.
Only 2 fours in the last 13 overs, so boundaries are certainly dried up. Well, Sachin Tendulkar will be right in contention for the player of the series. There it is, the player of the tournament, that lovely opal. Quite a big gap at fine leg. Shy of the stumps and wide. And he's back for the second. Well, every one counts. Tendulkar didn't take long to realise that there was another run there. It was a pretty firm throw at the stumps.
So that's one way of getting twos, get the overthrow. Nobody able to get around and back up there.
Oh, he's bowled him. Well, that's a big breakthrough. It really looked as if Mohammad Azharuddin was getting a little impatient there. He tried to blast that one through the offside. Just seemed that his back leg slipped away a little bit, and it dragged back onto the stumps. And so that's a big blow. Mohammad Azharuddin, the Indian captain, out bowled.
This one was quite a wide delivery outside off stump. He's got a thick inside edge, and it's crashed into leg stump. Azharuddin a little bemused by it all, probably feeling that he's a touch unlucky. It's 135 for 3.
Ajay Jadeja is the new batsman. He's a right-hander, and he's also got plenty of experience. 127 matches, an average of 35. Lots of runs there, a best of 119 against Sri Lanka in Colombo back in 97-98. This tournament, he struggled a little bit. Got to double figures 3 times, but hasn't kicked on. He's on strike now. So that's the end of the over, and a very important one for Australia as well, because to break that partnership has certainly now made it quite tough for the Indians. Looking at their run rate, it's just blown out a little bit, 6.81.
Tom Moody just slowing that one up a little bit with that leg cutter action that caused Azharuddin to get the inside edge and drag it back onto the stumps. So a big blow for India, with the skipper going for 14.
Well, it's out. He's got him. What a magnificent catch. And that does change the game. Adam Gilchrist throws himself to the right. Takes a brilliant one-handed catch. Steve Waugh takes the wicket of Tendulkar. Jadeja, I'm sorry. And that really is just what the Australians wanted.
Well, what a beauty. You won't get to see too many better catches than that by a wicket-keeper. This was travelling quickly. Superb reflexes, sticks out that right hand and comes up with the ball. The Australians are delighted. Steve Waugh has broken through. Jadeja, the informed player, is gone, and India have lost their 4th wicket for 138. So 143 for 4. India going along at just under 5 runs per over. This is the period of the innings when the boundaries start drying up. They don't come that easy. And a clear indication of that is that the Indians have not hit a boundary in the last 10 overs. But a full house in here today. This is a big match, at least for the Indian team. And there's just a dust storm here, desert storm brewing here. Plenty of dust blowing across the ground. It's a problem for the batsmen and the fielders. It can easily get into the eyes, can be very distracting. Look at Tom Moody. And the umpire is not spared too. Well, this is interesting. We've had rain stopping play, we've had bad light stopping play. It's been a long time since a sandstorm has stopped play.
Well, it does make it almost impossible to play on. It gets in the batsman's eyes, it gets in the bowlers, the fielders and the umpire's eyes. I think they've almost got to go off the ground for a while and just give it a bit of a break. I hope the storm goes away. I think we had a similar storm to this at Chandigarh a year or so ago. Last year it was during the Independence Cup. Fortunately that hit just before the game started, but No way in the world you could have played the game in those conditions.
Yes, I think the only way the storm can stop is if the breeze doesn't blow as strongly as it is at the moment. That's the main reason why you have the sand all over the place. It's impossible to play out there. I think the players might just leave the field for a little while. Well, what happens now? We'll just let you know in a minute what will happen if play is stopped after 31 overs. So 31 overs gone. India 143 for 4.
Oh, that was amazing. That people used to talk about the sandstorm, but I've never seen him. That was the first time we saw. But when we came back, we could think that what we have to do it. The rhythm was not break. It's not to be stopped. What we were going has to be gone. So we continued with that, and we qualified for the finals.
So welcome back to the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, and the good news is that the umpires are going out onto the field. In fact, they've just stopped there in the middle. Breeze had just dropped a bit, but they've asked the players to come out, so a big cheer from the crowd. They want to see some more cricket. And the news from here is that if India had to win the match, just in case the match didn't take place, India would have needed a target of around 175. But to qualify for the final, they would have needed a similar score in that region. So if there's no play now, in all probability it'll be New Zealand who will go through to the final. The Indian team, they'll be keeping their fingers crossed. They would want to go out there and play some cricket. And that's what we've had so far. Australia 284 for 7 after 50 overs. Bevan 101, superb innings. Mark Waugh also played beautifully for 81. Ponting 31, Kumble bowled well for India, 1 for 41, and Prasad, good second spell. He picked up 2 wickets. And in reply, India 143 for 4 after 31 overs. The good thing there is that Tendulkar is still there. He's on 64 not out. And if India have to win this match or even qualify for the final, he'll have to go on to make a big score. He's dying to go out, but unfortunately for him, he's been made to wait because of the sandstorm. And the players have been off the field for 16 minutes. As a result of that, this has now been reduced to a 46 over contest. Just as I say, it's going to be a 46 over contest. The breeze in the background again beginning to pick up. That's not a very healthy sign. The good news is that the umpires are making their way to the middle, and it's nice to see the Australians too. They've come out, even they want to play cricket. This is a good match going on here. The net run rate of India at the moment is minus 0.54. Which means that they are behind New Zealand, who have a net run rate of minus 0.40. But whilst there's Tendulkar in the middle, there is hope. Sure, the 2 Indian batsmen would have gone back to the dressing room, had a chat with the team management. Obviously, the tactics will change. We'll have to look at Tendulkar's approach from now on. And the first run after the break.
We might see some aggression from the Indian batsmen now, because they really haven't gained much from the break. 133 from 15 overs is still asking a lot.
And he's gone straight over the top, and he's hit it very well. That's landed just in front of the side screen. So 6 of the last ball. Also brought up the 150 for India. India 151 for 4 after 32. Smashing Kastrovic straight back over his head. He picked up the slower delivery and hammered it towards the side screen. So 14 overs remaining now. Target for India 276. Target to qualify 237. And to tell you more about it, it'll be Richie Beno and Sunil Gavaskar.
India needs 72 runs from 66 balls to qualify. Just over the head of mid-on, just into the boundary before the fieldsman. Good shot.
This is clever batting by Sachin Tendulkar. He's been giving Steve Waugh the charge in the earlier overs, and Steve Waugh has been bowling it short. This time he stayed back and hit it off the back foot, a little close for comfort. His heart must have been in his mouth when the ball didn't quite get the middle of the bat, but still it's cleared Kastrovic, and he's got a boundary, and that's pushed Kastrovic down from inside the circle at mid-on to long on.
Wonderful stroke. There were 2 men out there, one at long on, one at long off, and neither could get round. They didn't have far to move. Sensational stroke. Oh, and a very good looking teddy bear as well.
Once again, very clever batting, having played the previous over off the back foot, staying within the crease and forcing Steve Waugh to now pitch the ball up. This time Tendulkar's gone down the pitch, converted it into a full toss.
Four and a 2 in that over, and that gets it back into more manageable proportions for India. 3 balls gone in this over. A good one. It was a thick bottom edge, and that is priceless for India. 188 for 4 now from 38. That's what they need. 49 from 48. 6 wickets in hand. The Australians are giving nothing away. That's picked off middle and leg. Very valuable 4.
VVS Lakshman has modelled his game to a great extent on the Indian captain. Mohammad Azharuddin, both come from the same state, Hyderabad, and he's played that shot in much the same manner that his captain would have played it.
A good shot, won't go to the boundary. Strong chase by Ron Moody. Looking for 2. He's got it. A wonderful 100 from Sachin Tendulkar. He's steering India to a place in the final here against Australia. 100 out of 194. He's 14th 100, and he's 3rd against Australia, and he's 3rd in Sharjah.
Oh, this is a terrific 100. 100 in difficult circumstances because he's been losing wickets at the other end. He also knows that he's got to stay there if India are to win. He's run very hard, he's hit a few sixes, but he hasn't forgotten that singles are important too.
A little bit of pressure there and a fumble in the field. 195 for 4 from 39. India are level with the task of runs and balls to be faced now, 42.
Good fielding.
The Australians are not giving an inch here. Ricky Ponting is out at long off. He's moved around very swiftly to that and got rid of it quickly.
This is terrific cricket. Lovely shot there by Lakshman. Very good fielding and a quick return by Ricky Ponting.
Well, some people might call it an educated outside edge, but it looked to me to be about three-quarter deliberate. Little angle bat shot.
It's very often the little boy in Sachin Tendulkar comes to the fore. This is exactly what a little boy would have played. Cheeky, a very cheeky shot.
Now for the first time, it's runs below the number of balls to be faced.
He's just a couple of days short of his 25th birthday, Sachin Tendulkar. Certainly doesn't want to spend his birthday in Mumbai. He wants to spend it here in Sharjah. 25th birthday on the day of the finals.
Very game to be thinking of taking two on Ponting's arm. 205 for 4 and 40 overs gone.
I remember him, just smashing us all around the ground, including myself. He was just unstoppable. He was, I think, at the peak of his form. We had game plans to him, but they just didn't work. And in the end, we didn't really know where to bowl to him. And he was just toying with us. He got 140, got it easily, and he hit the ball as well as I've seen anyone hit the ball ever.
India need 32 from 36. Here's Tony Greig, and with him is Ravi Shastri.
Thank you, Richie. What an atmosphere in this ground tonight. India wants to be in the final, and so do all their fans. And Sachin Tendulkar has got them nice and close. Lakshman's got 19 as well. Fleming to continue it. They're getting run almost every ball. Is this going to be close? No. Sachin Tendulkar has run absolutely superbly this evening. His running between the wickets has been incredible. He's getting tired as well.
What a knock. Magnificent. In all probability now, India should go through to the final. And full marks to them, especially this pair. They've kept their cool, they've run hard, they've been aggressive. This man, champion, who's batted like a champion.
A little glance down to deep mid-wicket. Can he get a 4 away here and really take the pressure off them? Oh, and that is a good delivery. That is that quicker one. Fleming gets a quicker one through every now and again, and that could so easily have hit the outside edge of the bat. Wouldn't that have created a problem?
Yes, in fact, it was Fleming who dismissed Tendulkar in the earlier game against Australia for 80. He attempted a similar kind of shot. On that occasion, he got the outside edge. India need Tendulkar till the end. He's done all the hard work now.
Oh, he's hit that one away. That's going to go for 4. Beautifully played, slightly short. He's got inside the ball and whacked it down to square leg. That now really does take the pressure off them. They're dancing in the aisles in Sharjah.
Well, what a shot again. He knew exactly where the field was, exactly where the gap was. Instead of trying to hit it too hard, he just paddled it round the corner. Fine leg was up in the circle. He knew there was a gap there, and he found it to a nicety.
Again into the gap on the onside. There's a sweeper back there. Tendulkar coming back for the second. Beautiful running. In comes the throw. Comfortably home. Boy, what an innings this has been.
Well, you knew from the very beginning, if India were to make it to the final, there's only one man who could take them there. And what a knock under pressure.
Taking a lot of deep breaths. The adrenaline will be swirling around and keep him going. You can see just that little bit of extra breathing there to get the oxygen into the blood, get it around the system. Another man back at square leg. Fleming again to Tendulkar. Well bowled. That was just nipping down the leg side. This could be close. He's back. Well, that must have been very close. He wanted to run there, and a little angry he was. Laxman sent him back.
Yes, I think it was the appeal that might have just distracted Lakshman. Last thing the Indians want at this stage is a run out. They've got so close now. They've got themselves into a comfortable position. Now's the time to keep their cool and not to panic. With 6 wickets in hand, that is achievable.
Another single, and he's kept the strike. That's the end of the over. 213 for 4. 24 runs off 30 balls to qualify for the finals. It's been a close thing. Straight down the ground. Wonderful shot. All the way for 6. What a player. Lovely, crisp, clean hit. Straight down the ground.
Well, again, the pressure is off. He's gone after the bowler of the very first delivery of the over. And the great thing about this innings today is he's played so straight. Another fantastic shot.
It's gone again. It's all the way out. It's going to be caught. Oh, he's got him. Tendulkar's out. Oh, he's dropped him. He's dropped him. It's gone over the fence for 4. Well, that is it, I'm sure now. Tendulkar smashed that one down to deep mid-wicket. Martin down there tried to catch him and dropped him, and then the ball rolled over the fence.
Well, he's just looking to cut loose here. The fielder seemed to have it covered, just lost it at the very last minute.
129 of 126 balls, and he's got this team to within 9 runs of qualifying, and they've got 24 balls to do it in. It'll need a minor miracle now to prevent them from going through, and they need 48 from 24 balls to win the game. That's not out of the question either. Oh, he's high. It's high. It's all the way. It's way over the top into the crowds again. Sachin Tendulkar wants to win this match.
Well, he's a champion and he needs a challenge. Well, you can't have a bigger challenge than that. He's gone berserk here in Sharjah. That is the 6th 6 of this innings. The slower delivery, he's picked it up and hammered it out of the ground.
1 run to qualify. That's it, they've qualified. No trouble at all. Sachin Tendulkar has taken it to the Australians, and the Indians are through to the finals. These 2 teams are going to do battle again. And what a battle it's going to be. And what's more, that's his highest score. His highest score in one-day internationals. What a time to do it. Oh, great shot. What a shot. Wonderful shot. He's going for a victory. This is absolutely unbelievable.
This is the stuff the champions are made of. I have to use that word again and again because this man is literally toying with the Australian bowling at the moment. Don't think Sharjah has seen an innings like this in a long, long time. He's gone berserk, so has the crowd.
Right, to win the game. 32 of 19, and the way he's going at the moment, absolutely anything can happen. 32 to win the game. Oh, he's got him. Has he got him caught behind? Big appeal, and not going to give him. They can't believe it. I reckon he's got a nick on that one. Sachin Tendulkar's walking. Sachin Tendulkar's walking, is he? Yes, he's walking. Well, that's the end of the most incredible innings. I think he just asked the umpire whether the ball carried. What a wonderful innings.
Yes, he was trying to pull this one away, and he was worried if it had gone over his shoulder. Just takes the bat on the way. And into the keeper. But a A standing ovation for one of the great knocks in one-day cricket. 142 of just 131 balls, and he deserves that ovation. He's taken India single-handedly into the finals.
And the late news here is that Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola company, have made a special award to Sachin Tendulkar of £20,000.
So India, though not having won the match, qualified for the finals with a spectacular innings by Sachin Tendulkar.